don't be afraid to do something out of the ordinary. Don't be scared to do something different, especially when people don't necessarily agree with what you're doing, right? Or how you feel, or what you think about, or your priorities. Don't get so caught up in what other people think about you, because it just ruins everything. Like, for example, I go to the gym, right? Because I take care of my body, and I understand that if I take care of my body, that will also help me think clearer. It gets one obstacle out of the way, and the main obstacle and the biggest problem nowadays, and especially in the U.S., is obesity, right? Um, so I do my hardest in the gym. I try my hardest. I watch what I eat as much as possible, and I know one day when I make my own money and all that, that I'll buy the food I'll eat, or like I'll buy the food that I know will help me the most. Like I'll eat as natural as possible, is what I'm saying. Eat as clean as possible, because I know it will make me run better, it'll make me feel better, make me think clearer. And just overall, just life equality will be so much higher putting that stuff in my body, whereas here and there eating some processed meat that's just not good for you, or you get the point. You get where I'm going with this. So anyways, what I kind of looked at is like, when I have kids one day with a woman that I truly want to be with, like my life partner and all that, when I have kids, I want them to be able to look up to me and not fall into the same problem that so many other people fall into, because they're constantly exposed to unhealthy habits. So then they think to themselves that, okay, well, it's okay for me to do that too. And then that's when you start getting into the anorexia, the obesity, and all that. And I think a lot of people will get triggered by me saying this, but I seriously don't know why it is so frowned upon and so offending to just state that health is important, that being obese or anorexic is not good for you. But people, and I'll tell you, I know exactly why people get offended by it. It's because it's the hard truth, and nobody wants to put in effort anymore. Simple as that. You're basically, every time you bring it up, and say you bring it up to someone who may be overweight or someone who's underweight, it immediately reminds them of themselves, so they get pissed off at you. It's exactly what it is. It's happened to me before many times. Just simply stating things that, like, I want to get with a girl who shares that same value, who prides in her health. Like, she takes care of herself. She's healthy. Her body looks good. Like, I'm not saying I'm getting with her for that, but I'm just saying, my body looks good. Her body looks good. We take care of ourselves, and we really try to be as healthy as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't even put an effort in anymore. And people will hear that and hate me for it. They will despise what I'm saying, simply because I said that the woman I get with, I want to make sure she's healthy. And because those people don't do that, then they put that shame onto me as if I'm the bad person. And I'm just not. I'm just stating what I want, What do I expect out of my life partner? Well, I expect it to me never have to come home and worry about her doing nothing, or coming home and worrying about her dying tomorrow because she has every health problem in the book. Or maybe she can't even move out of bed because her joints are so much in pain that she can't even enjoy her life. She always has these problems. And it's like, that's why I prioritize my health so much. And that's why whoever I get with, I want to prioritize that as well. And it's just so dumb that people just get pissed off at me for stating this. It's the dumbest thing ever. And it's just because simply that you're highlighting people's insecurities. And so they hate you for that. Even if it's not about them. There's been many times that I've said things like this, and it had nothing to do with that person, and immediately took offense to it. Simply because I stated that whatever woman I'm with, and one thing is, why are you so pressed that this is what I expect out of the woman I want to get with? It's not your woman. mind your own business. Like, seriously. It is not difficult to do that. But anyways, it's just so it's just so stupid that people get pissed off at every little thing. They are offended by the littlest of things. Like, there is so much to life, and you're over here getting pressed over what I want in a woman. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you have way too much time on your hands then. And another thing with like the whole gym thing is like, when I have kids with a life partner, right? I want them to be able to look up to me as an actual figure, as like somebody who resembles a man, right? I like that traditionalism. I like that traditional relationship with the wife, with the kids, all of that's me. That's what I would want in my life. A woman who's loyal, takes care of herself. I can take care of her. I prioritize my health. She prioritizes hers. She takes care of herself, whether that's lifting or yoga or running or anything. Just being active, being a human being. When you were put on this planet, you were not meant to sit on the couch and lay in bed all day. That is not what you were meant for. You were definitely meant to at least move a little bit. Go explore something. Like, there's so much to life, and you're sitting here cramming yourself into a bedroom to rot away for the rest of your life. That's simply why people get pissed off when I'm talking about, like, this is what I want in a woman. Well, you shouldn't want that, because what happens if she doesn't like that? Then it's not meant to be. Like, am I gonna treat her like shit? No, but it's just not. It's one of those things where I'm not saying that me and her have to have everything alike. No. In fact, I like the differences. But there's one thing. She has to be active. I cannot hold myself back for a woman that's not even willing to take care of herself, right? Like, I feel like in a traditional relationship, the man protects and provides. If anything bad happens, he's there to protect. He's there to put his life at risk, right? It sounds heroic or a movie. It has a movie vibe, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm just stating a fact, right? He's there to protect the kids, the wife, all that. He provides with money or some other sort of providing. And the woman, whether she wants a job or not, it's up to her. But usually she'll stay home, cook, clean, nurture, take care of the kids. And she enjoys the fruit of the man's labor, right? Or the fruit of my labor, whatever. But that's simply what I would look for. And like, it's just so crazy how like frowned upon it is to just simply take care of yourself. And that's why I'm making this video, is like, if people are literally like just giving you shit for stating things like, I prioritize my health, or if I'm gonna be around these people, this is what I expect them to be doing. Like, if I'm gonna be in this relationship, this is what I expect her to do or him to do, that thing. And people get offended by that. It's one of those things where I would just shut up, stop talking to them, you're wasting your time, and just walk away and never bring it up again. Really, that's exactly what I would do. Sometimes we think it's a good idea to express those things to some people, and it's just not. Like, in all honesty, it really is just not. It's not good to express some things to some people, whether it's your family or friends, whatever. Some of them just take everything to offense. They always think it's about them. They never stop and ask themselves, oh, what's best for him, right? What's best for her? What does she want? That is what matters. If I'm telling you about what I want in a partner, I am not asking you to give out your opinion and just talk about how much of a piece of shit I am. I'm simply just talking to you to talk about that thing, right? There's some things where you just have to listen. Don't express your opinion with some of these things. Like, it's dumb. Okay, you don't agree. Whatever. And even if you really need to express your opinion that much to that person, right? You could simply say, well, I don't agree with you, but if you think that's what's best for you, go for it. See how much better that is than sitting there and talking about how much of a piece of shit you are. because you believe this thing, or this is what you expect out of this person, or this is what you would want out of this person, or, that whole thing. Like, obviously, if you're going to ask something out of that person, you better be doing the same thing, right? I'm not denying that. But it is crazy how offended people get over every little thing. It's so stupid, and it's always revolved around them. It's always revolved around them. You could seriously, like, it's happened to me. Be sitting there talking about myself. What do I want out of my life, whether that's a job? What do I want out of a relationship that is like a life partner? Like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a date. I'm not looking for a marriage, because even that shit is fake anymore. I'm looking for a life partner. A ring should not be able to tell whether or not I'm going to be with someone for the rest of my life. All it takes is simple, and it's gone, right? The person I get with, I want a lifelong commitment, an actual commitment, right? I know some people be like, well, that's unrealistic. Oh, those girls don't exist anymore. Oh, those guys don't exist. Like, just stop, bro. Like, seriously, like, stop feeding into the bullshit that social media is constantly telling you, that nothing good exists anymore. Like, you are living, like, your idea of realism or realistic is just negativity. That's all it is. And you paint this picture as if life is full of shit. It's full of terrible things. And the answer is yes. Does it have bad stuff in it? Sure. Does bad things happen to good people? Sure. But does that mean that there is no positivity in life whatsoever? No. But nowadays, not even nowadays, probably forever, people have masked reality with negativity. Well, the reality of this happening is this. Oh, if this happens, this is going to happen. And you have no idea what's actually going to happen. You're so scared of uncertainty that you stop the greatest opportunities from happening in your life. And to be honest, like, I know I'm trying to be positive as possible, and I really am. And I say this with the most positive tone I can. It's pathetic. It's pathetic to go at life that way. It really is. It is so, like, just untasteful, like, distasteful, whatever word you want to use. You are wasting your life away by thinking like this. I promise you. One day, you're going to realize that you thought this way your whole life, and you missed out on so many great people, so many great job opportunities, so many great just opportunities in general. And it was all because simply your brain was stopping you from doing what you actually wanted to do and get what you actually wanted to get out of life. You wanted a good body, but yet you let these family members and these friends dictate that for you. So now you're a slob. Now you don't eat. Now you do this. Like, I had comments from everyone. Like, before I started going to the gym, I got comments, nasty comments about how I was skin and bones and how I was ribs and how I was this. And now when I go out in public, people look at me and they look up to me. I'm not saying that as an egotistical, like, I'm a dickhead and I think so highly of myself. Like, sure, do I have confidence in myself? Yes. Do I think higher of myself? Yes. I expect myself to do the best for me. I expect myself to do the best for other people that would do the same for me. I would be willing, if somebody across the country needed my help in that very moment, and there was an emergency, I would be there if I knew that they were actually there for me. Money is not an issue for me. Not saying I'm rich, I'm not. That's exactly my point. I would go out of my way for those people. And what I'm saying is, back to what I was saying, my whole life got talked shit on by family, friends, like everyone would talk about how skinny I am, how I skin and bones and ribs, and oh my god, look at his ribs, and it's disgusting. Saying stupid shit like this all the time. Come home, hear it. Go out with friends, hear it. Go to school, hear it all the time. So I knew that, unlike most people, I was going to get off my ass and do something about it. And so I did. And now I've reaped the benefits of it. I've took the time in to get in the gym, You know, maybe eat a little more. I'll be honest, my diet is not amazing. Not saying I don't eat healthy, but just like I know I need to eat more, and I have a problem sticking to that because I'm so used to eating not much food. Like I eat decent, but I know I need to eat way more than what I am. But I got the body that I can actually go on public and not feel like beneath everyone for once in my life. But obviously, that comes with its own caveat. It comes with its own issues as well. That then people look at you like a dickhead. They think that you're egotistical. They think you're a douchebag. I've got it all. And the truth is, you never win. Doesn't matter. You don't put effort in. Let's say you're fat or you're like me or super skinny. Everyone's going to comment about that. Now, let's say 4 years later, you packed a bunch of muscle on. Oh, now everybody's going to comment about how much of a douchebag you are and how the only thing you care about is yourself. It's so stupid. Like, focus on you is literally all I can give you. Focus on you. Stop giving a shit about what people think. I don't care what your parents think. You shouldn't care what your parents think about your life. It is your life. If you got that girl, if you got that guy, and she, you know what, she makes you feel good. He makes you feel good. She treats you well. You know deep down inside your gut, not your heart, but your gut, your tuition tells you that this girl is real. This is real shit right now. This guy is real for me. He treats me well. And you have your mom or your parents being like, oh, but this could happen. Oh, this could happen. Fuck off. Like, as literally, not. I'm not saying to be disrespectful and tell them that, but in your head, be like, fuck off. It's not your business. It's not your life. I don't care if you agree with it or not. And if they get to the point where they want to threaten to kick you out of their life, let them. Because that means right there they don't give a shit about you anyways. Hard truth to swallow, but it's the truth. Why does it matter to you so much about who I get with? Oh, you want the best for me? Oh, now you're threatening to kick me out of your life because I don't agree with you. It's an abuse of power. That's what it is. I'm your parent, so I know what's best for you. So if you don't do as I say, I'm going to threaten this on you. But you know what? Fuck off. You don't need to be in my life anyways. Simple. You want to get that certain job you want? Your family sits there and tells you that it ain't going to work and this is bad, it's going to happen. Fuck off. I'll find out myself. If it doesn't go well, at least I tried. That's all you can go at it with. Same thing with relationships. Maybe they'll sit there and be like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And you know what? Maybe it doesn't. Well, at least you can say that you tried instead of ending it all out of fear. Because people nowadays and people forever have always thought they need to get their noses in everything. I mean, I get it. I do to an extent. But like when it gets to the point where it's like they're constantly just nagging and digging at you over and over and over again, like you gotta understand that, and especially if you're doing that to the people, you gotta understand you're just pushing people away. That's all you're doing. The only thing you're gonna win is being alone. Like judging everybody for every little thing. like it's happened to me with like relationships. Nobody asked, how does she make you feel? Does she make you happy? Does she treat you well? Does she show that she genuinely cares? Nobody asks that shit anymore. It's about convenience. Does she live down the street? Does she live across the country? If she lives across the country and let's say, oh, she treats you well, who gives a shit because it's not convenient? No. What the hell happened to real, genuine relationships? Like, I don't give a shit. The internet exists for a reason. There's so much more opportunity there. You can actually meet who you want to be with. You're not so inclined to one little small town or a small city or a small village that's supposed to dictate everything in your life. It's different now. Everything's more open. And you need to start thinking that way. If you were like me and you're in your hometown and you tried to get in relationships with people and it just never worked, you always got treated like shit, and everybody looked down on you, you gotta understand, don't get that stupid ass mindset of, I guess there's nobody good out there anymore. Oh, there's no one good out. No. There are good people out there. It's just a matter of finding them. And sure, some people get lucky and they're down the street. But if your reason for getting with someone is out of convenience, you're wasting your time. That is not real. That is fake. Same thing with friends. If you're friends with somebody because it's convenient and they live down the street, but they treat you like shit and you just let it happen because you're afraid of not having friends, you're wasting your time. Like, sometimes you just gotta be patient. The right people will walk in, I promise. It's happened to me. I used to think that stuff was always just a lie. I used to always think it was a lie. That, oh, that's stupid. Like, nobody's gonna just walk into my life. Work on yourself. They'll walk in your life. That's what everybody told me. And I was like, I don't believe it. I'll believe when I see it. And naturally, I gave up on the whole dating thing. Because I just kept getting treated like shit all the time. So I gave up on it. And then suddenly, I met a really good girl. Still in my life to this day. Not saying it's a relationship. Not saying it's this, not saying it's that. But a really good girl. So I'm just telling you that there is good people out there. It's seriously just a matter of finding them. You never know when it's going to happen. You're not going to know the date, the time. You're not going to know if it's this person until you actually genuinely get to know them. And when you notice it lasting and you like match their words with their actions, if their words match their actions every time, like right there, you got a good one. Like, yeah, are they going to make mistakes here and there? Sure. Maybe you guys were playing on a call and they weren't able to call. Are you going to really throw it all away for that? But what happens if the next day they text you and they're like, hey, I'm really sorry I missed the call. It's my bad. Stuff happened. There you go. Like, you got a good one. They took time out of their day to just reassure you. Now, you gotta be careful because some of these people are manipulative and they'll use it as their way to keep staying in your life while manipulating you, right? But you can't go at it with just this mindset of just everybody's out to get you. Everybody's out to attack you. Everybody's out to manipulate you. Nobody wants the best out of you. It's not how it is. There is good people out there, I promise. Like, that's the truth. And it's just the bad part is people get so caught comparing themselves to everybody that it actually just ruins relationships. And like I said, like with me, like I want this thing out of this girl, but then the person I'm talking to is getting offended. Like it's about them. It's not about you. You don't like going to the gym? I never said anything about you. So why is it offending you? It's so stupid. Like, put your ego aside for once in your life and just listen to people talk. You want to sit there and be like, nobody likes me. Nobody likes me anymore. Nobody wants to be my friend. Maybe you're just a negative asshole that nobody wants to talk to. Maybe you represent that old ass grandpa that sits on his porch and hates life. Maybe that's you. And if that is, get away from that mindset. I promise you, it is not too late. You can change today. If you actually put the time, if you actually take the time of your day to really try, you can change. You're this close. All it takes is knowing it's there. Once that is it, then it takes action and actually trying. And you can go from that old ass grandpa that hates everyone to someone who actually, enjoys their time on planet Earth, who loves people around them, who enjoys people, even if you're an introvert. Like, I get it. Like, we all have our moments. And maybe you like small groups, and that's nothing to, fight over. Like, I'm not saying you have to be extroverted. No. What I'm saying is you can't go out the mindset as like everybody's out to get you, everybody hates you, everybody's this, everybody's that. Like, you're just doing more harm to yourself. You're just ruining opportunities with great people. Oh, you got cheated on? The next girl or guy you get with, it's a new person. It's not the same. Yes, are you going to have a barrier up? Of course. That's just human nature. But when those thoughts kick in that, oh, maybe they're cheating, I need you to think, have they done anything to actually give you that reasoning? And if the answer is no, you got your answer. There's nothing to worry about. So, I mean, that's really it. But like, if you really want people to like you, like, I know some people are like, oh, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. Well, great. Nobody cares about you. Like, you don't care what anybody thinks? So that means that everything you do is just, it's against everyone. Simply for that. Like, it's a dumb mindset. Everyone, I don't care who you are, cares to an extent of how people think about them. It's plain and simple. It's just how people are. And people look at it as a bad thing. It's not. Unless you take it to the extreme, just like anything else in life. You take something to the extreme, it can go bad. Yes, I agree. But people act like you caring what other people think a little bit is a bad thing. Like, no, you're just honest. Like, you're honest with them about, no, you know, I do care about how I'm perceived in public. That is not a bad thing. I don't want to let myself go. I want to look good. You know, I want to take care of myself. I know my health will show through me if I just simply take care of myself. Like, but if you really want people to like you, anyways, because I went off track there. If you really want people to like you, just listen. Especially when it's like a hard time. Obviously, if it's a stressful situation for them, maybe they're crying, maybe they're getting to the point where they're about to yell, just try your hardest to calm them down. Don't make them feel like they're a burden. Don't make them feel that way. When they're pouring their heart out to you, don't make them feel like they're a burden, because that's just, you're being a terrible person. Just listen. Ask questions. Not negative questions, but questions that shows you're thinking, you're actually listening to what they're saying. I promise you, you do that, people like you so much more. If you just actually sit back and listen. That's it. You'd be surprised how simple it is. And then just showing that you care, whether that's friendship or relationship or whatever, especially in relationships. If you just actually show that you care, there you go. People are like, oh, real love doesn't exist anymore. Have you even tried to even get real love? Like, have you? When was the last time you even hear people talking about getting roses for their girls anymore? When was the last time you even heard anybody talk about opening up the door for her? Going around opening the car door? Yeah, you see it here and there, but it's so rare nowadays. I don't care if you're married 60, 80, 70. It should be like that all the time. I don't care if you're mad, sad, or happy. If I'm not, and I'm talking to people that are looking for life partners. I'm not talking about people who are there just for hookups and quick dates. Obviously, they're not going to be romantic. It's just simple as that. But if you're really looking for a life partner, that's how you just show that you care. It's simple as that. And obviously, it's going to change throughout time. There's going to be certain things that people do differently. This is their way of showing care. This is the way this person shows care. But like, for me, it's like nowadays everything's so dead. There's no spirit in anything anymore. But I know that there's people out there that are like me. Girl, guy, doesn't matter. There are people out there like me that want the best for themselves. They see the beauty of being here. They see the beauty of life in general as a whole. They know they're blessed to be here. So they're gonna make the most out of it. They got one shot, might as well take the best chance, right? And everything. Work on yourself. Get smarter. Get fit. Take care of yourself. Be healthy. Make sure that when you're 70, you can still move around and enjoy life. Are people going to hate you for it? Yes. And it's stupid, but yeah, they're going to hate you for it. That's just a fact. But the people that don't are the people that you can really, truly lean on and care for, because they're showing that your indifferences doesn't make a difference to them. It just makes you more unique and more likable. So, I mean, this is kind of like a rant. Honestly, this is a little bit of everything. This is like a rant. But no, I mean, yeah. Don't allow family and friends to ruin your uniqueness, the way you perceive the world differently. Because I'm telling you, you're going to run into a lot more negative people than you will positive. It's sad to say, but, or at least I have. Maybe your life is different. Maybe you have ran into more positive, which good for you. But even when those negative times happen, when you run into those negative people, when you have a negative opportunity come up, just keep a clear mind. And there's going to be people that are going to try and convince you that they're right and you're wrong for being positive about things. And people are like, who would do that? Oh, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it's family. You don't even know it. So you just got to understand that your difference, your uniqueness is fine. It's what makes you you. Nobody else in the world is you. It's only you that's you. You got to understand that. Your family isn't you. Your friends aren't you. The person down the street is not you. Only you are. So act like it. Who is you? Who are you? Who? I'm saying it a lot, but are you the type to take care of yourself? If you're not, have you always thought in the back of your head, maybe, what would my life look like if I did? What would my life look like if I did all these things that I've always wanted to do? Let's be honest, I don't think anybody in the world actually wants the repercussions of being obese or anorexic. I think it's just people are afraid of putting the work in. That's it. That's all it is. Nobody's going to sit here and tell me, obviously, if they're delusional, but nobody's going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I want health problems. I want health issues. That's what I want. I want that. Why would I not want that? Like, you're just lying to yourself, and you're doing yourself a disfavor. If you just sat there and just told yourself the truth that, you know what, I'm not willing to take the time out of the day to go in the gym and work out. I'm just not. At least you're being honest. But don't be like these people that try to sugarcoat everything. Don't be like the people that are negative about everything, because those people are miserable too to be around, and it ruins everybody's mood. But anyways, I'm ranting a lot, I really am, but just because of this, I'm thinking about stuff, and that's simply why I'm ranting about this. But I guess the whole lesson of this video is just to be you. If people want to judge you, whether it's family, doesn't matter who it is, how close they are to you, if they don't want to accept the real you, then there's no reason for them to be in your life in the first place. You should not have to walk around your life with a mask on because you're so afraid to show people who you really are. It's stupid. You're only going to hate it in the end, I promise. I don't have to be 80 to be able to tell you that. Living a life that you knew you weren't meant to live, that's hard for everybody. Especially when it hits them and they're like, man, my life is gone. I'm never getting that time back. So cut it when you notice it. When you notice it, stop it right there and never go forward with it. Build a relationship with God. Even if you're not religious, give him a chance. Give him a chance to walk in your life and just help you. But anyways, this whole video was a whole rant, but I really hope that you can do the best in your life and you don't let these negative people and family members and all of that dictate what you do with your life. It's your life. It's simple as that. Doesn't matter if people agree with you or not. Doesn't matter if I agree with you. Doesn't matter if your parents agree with you. It's your life. What do you want to do? What will make you happy? What will fulfill you? Do that. But that's really it. Other than that, though, life isn't too short to make a change.